The raw ingredients needed to make a human cost only $152,000.
Wow, $152,000. Next time someone asks me what my net worth is, I'm just gonna automatically add $152,000 to whatever my net worth was before that. Can't you sell a kidney and be fine? Is this true? A heart is actually worth $1 million, but the brain is worth 0. Bone marrow is 23 million. We are live, chat. Back with another stream, still at 0 followers, but the clips have been doing pretty good, and I have faith. Streams have been doing well on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, the VODs are doing pretty good. Clips are doing okay. Facebook, doing okay. As of yesterday, I just started posting full VODs on Twitter and Facebook, so I'm excited to see how that goes. But only got about 3 weeks left in this apartment, in this room right here that I've lived for the past 15 months. Made a lot of money in this room, got a lot done. I love this room. I love this office space, but it's time to move on. It is time to go to the next thing. Damn, it's thundering out there. And that next thing for me is Thailand. Thailand is up next. We're going to Thailand. Got 3 weeks left in this place, roughly 3.5, 4.5, about, yeah, 4.5 in America in general. But today we're reacting. Once I get to Asia, I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna not just do reactions, I'm gonna do IRL, gonna do some IRL. I have to get the IRL set up. I'm probably gonna buy the streaming backpack, one of them. Not the 30K one, but maybe like 2 to 5K. I'm gonna buy that, and then I also have to buy a PC out there. So yeah, I'm gonna be spending some moolah once I get to Thailand. I'll probably have to drop, let's just say 2K on a backpack, maybe $1,200 on a PC. So that's $3,700. $3,700 is gonna go to the backpack and the PC. But with the PC, I could start doing gaming, which I'm excited for, because then I'm going to do longer streams. Right now, it's like 1.5 hour streams. Once I get out there to Thailand, I'm going to do like 3-hour streams. And it's going to be like 1.5 hours of gaming, maybe an hour of reactions, and then just like 30 minutes to an hour of yapping about whatever's going on the internet right now. That is going to be the setup. Just talk about whatever's going viral. And I'm going to be doing like 3 streams a week. So I'm excited, but right now, I mean, I only got a few weeks left in America, so I don't have a PC, so I can't game yet. I don't have a console or anything. IRL, I don't have the setup yet, and I'm too busy. I'm moving and stuff. So right now, it's just really yapping and reactions. But I'm so excited, man, to get to Thailand. I feel like I'm moving out there to chase my dream. I really do. I really feel like I'm moving out there to go after what I want in life, and I'm excited. I'm super excited. So it needs to get here soon, but today we got a few videos to react to. The first one is, what is the most expensive thing ever? What is the most expensive thing ever? I have no idea what that's about, but we're about to lock in and find out. So this is by Jack Pockets. Only what, a week ago? Yeah, July 16th. What's today? Yeah, 9 days ago this video was uploaded. It's 9 minutes. Let's get into it.
If you saved $1 billion every single day for your entire life, you still wouldn't come close to affording the most expensive thing ever. But to find out what that is, we'll be going on a journey through the most valuable things in existence, all starting with you. The raw ingredients needed to make a human cost only $152,000. But if that—
Wow. $152,000. So next time, I'm repeating this for the clip. Next time someone asks me what my net worth is, I'm just going to automatically add $152,000 to whatever my net worth was before that. So for me, my net worth is $153,000. Let's fucking go. That's pretty rich in my eyes.
It's out of budget, you could just boil down a pig, because chemically you're pretty much the same, they're just slightly tastier. But since you're already fully assembled, the government officially values you at $14.2 million. And they're lowballing you, because if someone hypothetically harvested all your organs, they—
Let's see. Is this true? A heart is actually worth $1 million, but the brain is worth 0. How does that? Bone marrow is 23 million. What about the kidney? Can't you sell a kidney and be fine? That's what I've heard. And a kidney actually goes for $260,000. If that's the case, bro, if I'm ever in a pinch, I am for sure selling my kidney. Like, shit. $260K. How much, let's see, is a kidney worth if I sell mine? I wonder if it matters, like, how young you are. What? Selling a human kidney is illegal? I thought that you could sell your shit. Anyways, it goes $50K to $160K for a kidney. Alright. I didn't know it was illegal. Eyeball is only $1.5K? The fuck?
Could make 45 million. You're pretty expensive. But to find the most expensive thing ever, we need to look at much costlier items, with the next being a well-known painting that became famous for all the wrong reasons. It's 1503 in Italy. A rich silk merchant goes up to a painter and says, "Could you make me a painting of my wife?" "Sure. Give me like 2 weeks." Leonardo da Vinci never fully finished that painting, but he actually sold it right before he died to the King of France, and it stayed in the bedrooms of powerful guys until ending up at a museum.
I always wondered, what makes the Mona Lisa so iconic and expensive and legendary? Like, if you look at a lot of these oil paintings from this time, in my opinion, a lot of them look similar. It's like, why is this one so legendary? All the art people, comment down below. What makes the Mona Lisa so iconic?
Where no one cared. Until it got stolen, then found, then taken on a PR campaign. And now this 30-inch plank of wood smeared with colored oil is valued at $1 billion.
Wow. $1 billion. Is that more than some countries? What countries are worth less than 1 billion? The Marshall Islands. Huh. Okay, so it's very small countries that I have never even heard of.
But nature's greatest work of art was found by complete accident. Sir Thomas Major Cullinan dug a hole in the ground and filled it with Africans to mine rocks for him. And in 1905, a diamond was found. And it happened to be the biggest diamond ever. Wow. Completely colorless, 0 imperfections, the most chemically perfect rock produced by the planet. And the guy who found it was this guy, the mine's manager. He was just going for a stroll when he randomly saw it in the wall, and he got a nice check for it. Then the rock got cut up and shipped in a literal postal box to more white people. The total value of this rock is estimated at $2 billion.
Damn. I wonder what his cut was. It said 500K. I wonder if that's accurate.
Making it the most expensive luxury item ever thanks to its rarity and prestige. But the most expensive land ever is something you would never expect. France owned all this land in 1803, and the United States wanted a little piece of it. So they went over to France with $10 million and said, "Can we buy a little piece of your land?" France's leader and conqueror of Europe, Napoleon, was like, "How about you pay me $15 million for the whole thing?" Yes? The Louisiana Purchase doubled the size of the United States at the
That's insane. The Louisiana Purchase was the biggest come up in world history. Like, think about that. Without Napoleon completely fumbling the bag on that transaction, America wouldn't be what it is today. Like, a huge portion of America was bought for dirt cheap, pennies. from Napoleon. That's fucking wild. Like, let me put that. I'm going to search that up. Was the Louisiana Purchase the best deal in history? Wow. The Louisiana Purchase was the greatest real estate... Oh, wait. Sorry. The Louisiana Purchase was the greatest real estate deal in history across the whole world for just $15 million. 50% of America was purchased for $15 million. That is crazy. Bro, that's insane. I don't know what Napoleon was on that day. He must have been on some booger sugar, some nose lattes or some shit. I don't know what he was thinking when he sold America for 15 mil, bro. He must have been on a bender for sure, thinking that that was okay.
Cost of 4 cents per acre. This land today is worth thousands per acre, making it widely considered the single greatest land purchase in history, as long as you don't ask the people originally living there. But the Louisiana Purchase wasn't the most expensive in history. There was a piece of land that cost way more than the entire American Midwest, and it's this. This plot of land with a parking lot that cost $3 billion. Why did this parking lot cost more than a fifth of the United States? Well, back then, the Louisiana Purchase was a gamble on an uncharted frontier. This modern-day plot of land in the center of one of the most valuable financial districts on Earth, where the government artificially restricts the land supply, was just a much safer investment.
I always wondered with parking lots. It's so interesting because I looked into buying parking lots one time because I was just trying to figure out where should I place my money that's going to out return like the stock market or something like that. And parking lots are so interesting because think about it. You don't got shit. You don't got tenants. You don't have a building. You don't have jack squat. All you got to do is let people park on your shit and you collect money. Like, it is the best thing in the world. But the best parking lots around the world do not sell. Like, why would you sell it? You just keep passing it on throughout your family. You're just collecting money for doing absolutely nothing. And, I mean, shit, that's better than OF, you know? But when they do sell, they sell for a shit ton like this right here, $3 billion, because it's like, if you want to take this out of my hands, you got to cut me the check, bro. You got to come talking money if you want my parking lot.
Investment. Land is valued for its potential, but the houses we put on top of the land are somehow even more expensive. In 2019, a finance guy spent $240 million on a high-altitude hollow brick in New York City that he doesn't even live in. Actually, all of these buildings are half empty, because the rich people buying them are just treating them as investments. If they actually needed a place to stay, they would...
And that's crazy, because in New York City, these people are not even buying these... New York City real estate does not appreciate very much. Sometimes at all. But what it does is it holds its value. So if you go and buy a penthouse like this guy, some super rich guy, a lot of these people are buying these properties not even expecting to make money. They're just there to place their money. They just want to hold their cash somewhere, so they put it in a penthouse or an apartment in Manhattan. And it's crazy because a lot of these super luxurious places in New York are not even being lived in. Like, you got one of the nicest spots in the most expensive and valuable, or yeah, you got one of the nicest spots in the most expensive and most valuable land in the world, and you're not even living in it. Like, it's your little vacation home. Like, that is fucking wild.
Just do what the richest guy in India did and spend $2 billion erecting their own personal monument that has a dark secret. This is Antilia, the most expensive private residence in the world, valued today at $4.6 billion. It has a 168-car garage, 3 helipads, a snow room, and the entire thing was built on an orphanage. And if you're wondering where the orphans went, the house also has 600 servants. There are investments, there are status symbols, but the most expensive house ever is the hardest to truly value. Its purchase price? £21,000 in 1761. When King George III bought Buckingham House, it was just a little shack for him to store his wife. But after a few hundred years of renovations and millions in state funding, it became...
Store his wife is crazy. That's funny.
A 775-room palace. Its value is estimated at £4.9 billion, but this is just a guess based on its prime location and historical significance. To find something more valuable than any house, we just need to scale up to the most impressive and disastrous structures in the world. Mega projects. The US interstate highway system is the most expensive mega project in history, costing an inflation-adjusted $634 billion. But it was worth it. For every $1 of that cost, it's returned $6 in economic output. This project had a clear problem, a clear plan, and a clear result. Pretty straightforward.
I wonder, how long did it take to build our whole freeway system? I mean, it's still getting built, so I guess that's a dumb question.
2021, Saudi Arabia started building a 110-mile line-shaped city made out of Empire State Building tall glass mirrors. It was supposed to cost $500 billion and be done by 2030, but now the date is maybe 2080, and the cost is
2080? That's crazy. They more than double the time. I remember hearing about this a few years ago, and I was just wondering, like literally today, what is up with this, whatever they call it, floating city or some shit?
Maybe 8.8 trillion. The line will be the most expensive mega project ever if it actually gets built. If. 45 Mount Everests above all of this is the International Space Station, the most expensive single object ever built by humans. But its cost is the least impressive thing about it. See, legendary mega projects like the pyramids represent what one civilization could do. The ISS represents what every civilization together could do. It took hundreds of thousands of experts from all over the world to manufacture parts that fit together perfectly when assembled in an empty void that would kill a human in 90 seconds. This is the greatest masterpiece ever built by humans, and it shows what can be accomplished when the world comes together. But it's way more costly when the world comes apart. War is pretty expensive.
Dude, just think about that. Like, I know it's not even possible, but just, like, if we weren't fighting with each other and we were working collectively, like, the shit that we would accomplish. I feel like we would have been on Mars right now. We would have discovered that shit already. We probably would have went deeper into our oceans. Like, that's wild. Again, I don't think that that's even a reality, to be honest. Like, I don't think we'll ever not be fighting. It's just human nature. Greed, corruption, all that shit. But yeah, it's wild to think about.
The American Civil War cost so much that to fund it, the government had to invent paper money and the federal income tax. God damn it! World War I cost so much that Germany was still paying it off until 2010, and World War II was the most expensive conflict in history. The full global cost of this war has never been calculated, but it involved every major power devoting a majority of their entire economy to destruction. By the end of the war, 70 million were dead, a majority being civilians, and most of the involved countries were in shambles. Military spending as a percentage of GDP has never come close to World War II levels since, and if it ever does, we probably won't be aware. War is pretty expensive. World War II military spending was 25 trillion in today's dollars, but the cost of its destruction is unknown. All the things in this video have value.
Damn, that's crazy. Trillions.
For different reasons, but the most expensive thing ever is the most unusual.
The sun.
Every single particle has an antiparticle with an opposite charge. When they touch, they annihilate and release energy. A single gram of antimatter could release more energy than 3 Hiroshima bombs. Bananas. Every 75 minutes, an atom in a banana decays, producing one single particle of antimatter. But the particle is so small that if you had one banana for every human that has ever existed, you would have to wait 97 times the age of the universe to produce 1 gram of antimatter. But that still wouldn't work because the banana antimatter particles only exist for 125 picoseconds, which is 1/1000th of a blink. The only way to make a meaningful amount of antimatter is by firing tiny particles at almost the speed of light into a metal rod, then catching the debris in a vacuum. There's currently only one facility that does this, and in its entire existence, it's made less than 10 billionths of a gram of antimatter, which would make enough energy to power a light bulb for 4 hours. Antimatter could be the most efficient energy source ever, and studying it could answer questions about how the universe was formed. But it's so difficult to make that NASA estimates 1 gram would cost 62.5 trillion. But if we ever somehow manage to get a gram of antimatter, wouldn't the most expensive thing be whoever owns the antimatter? Which would probably be a country, maybe the United States, which is already worth 180 trillion. But then, the Earth is worth 5 quadrillion. And now that we're in space, there are asteroids floating around with quintillions worth of gold and platinum. And the sun is made of gas worth 30 nonillion. The universe is filled with an infinite amount of wealth, all of which we got for free.
Wow. I wonder, like, when are we actually... This was a fire video, first of all. Who made this? Let me move this over. But when are we actually going to explore Mars and stuff? Like, I know we're trying it right now. But I just wonder, am I going to see this in my life, you know? Like, will I see these things? I wonder. I wonder what year will we actually make the move to actually put humans on Mars? And the moon, right? Because I don't think we've actually done that. I don't believe it. But that was a good video. Jack Pockets, I subscribed. You guys subscribed too. That was banger. I know that takes a lot of effort to make his videos because that was some fire editing.